Protests have broken out in multiple cities after former Prime Minister Imran Khan was arrested by paramilitary police. What you're seeing here is Khan supporters breaking through the gates of the general headquarters of Pakistan's military, the army. In fact, earlier, police in riot gear smashed a window, very dramatic footage here, to get Khan, who was inside Islamabad's High Court. Khan says the corruption charges against him are political, and his party calls the arrest, quote, an abduction. For more now from Khan's supporters and how they're responding to this arrest, I want to bring in Dr. Shireen Mazari. She's the senior vice president of Khan's political party in Pakistan, Tehreek-e-Insaf. And I want to thank you for joining us to give us more information on a developing story. You know, it was clear to me anyway that Mr. Khan was tipped off about this somehow. His video was quite explicit, and it indicates that he knew that he would be arrested. Now, your party claims that all of this is politically motivated. What proof do you have of that?
We know it's politically motivated because the charges that have been framed, there are over 100 cases, and a lot of them are frivolous. He named one army general as being responsible for the 2 assassination plots against him, which both were unsuccessful. And on that itself, I'm just giving you one example, he was charged with treason. So there's an absurdity about the cases, but more important, I want to correct, he was not arrested. He was abducted. He was in the Islamabad High Court, in the court premises. The paramilitary troops, the Rangers came in, they broke the windows of the High Court building room where Khan was, and he was in a wheelchair because of his injury from the first assassination attempt. And he was dragged, he was beaten on his head with wooden sticks which had nails in them. He was then specially beaten kicked on his foot, that the whole leg which was injured. He was dragged from the wheelchair on the ground and then abducted by the paramilitary forces. So let's be clear, this was not an arrest. This was an abduction. And what Khan had warned repeatedly, that if anything like that happened, we would not be able to control the anger of the people of Pakistan, and that anger is now being vented all across Pakistan.
Well, and that's, but I want to get to that. I want to get to that, but that seems to be something that your party is encouraging. And I want to ask you that question. I do want to point out that the government says that this is about corruption charges for which they say they have proof. But I have to ask you, you just said it, right? Pakistan is already at an incredibly fragile point. Why ask for protesters to get to the streets when you know it is a dangerous situation for them and for the country? We've already had one supporter of your former prime minister and your party shot dead.
And we've had another one killed today in Quetta in the protest. The point is, we did not get any notice of the court case, the case that they're now citing. Neither Khan's lawyers nor Mr. Khan was sent any notice or legal notice at all about that case. So clearly, this was not a legal arrest by any standard, even by our legal standards. Secondly, our people, we have been trying to get elections, and the problem is that this government does not want to follow the constitution and have elections. And people can't control the people's anger. We've never had demonstrations which are not peaceful. But today, after what happened to Khan, the abduction, the physical violence against him, and by the way, not only him, lawyers in the court were beaten, the staff of the High Court was beaten. And if you look at the videos that are on social media, it was like an invasion force of the paramilitary force entering into court premises.
Indeed, the video was quite dramatic. But I have to ask you again, if you can directly answer the question, why not ask for a moment of calm? We can see from the video here that this is an extremely dangerous situation for your party and its supporters who are out on the streets. Why escalate things at this moment? What will that achieve?
Absolutely. We are not escalating. Our vice chairman immediately in the morning sent a message that people on the street, if they're protesting, which is their constitutional right, should do it peacefully. But things are out of our control. This is an organic protest. It's not just PTI workers. It's a general public which has been seething against what has been happening, against the economic situation, the rising inflation, the rising food prices. So people have been seething, and this has been the last straw for the people. And once things spiral like this, it's very difficult for any leadership to ask them to stay calm. Only Imran Khan could have stopped them from getting violent, could
Well,
have controlled the crowd. But since they've abducted him, he is not there to calm the crowds,
I take
and it is not